Good morning.
Good morning. How did you do this week?
Oh, okay, I guess. I got my little prototype working
Oh, nice. Yes. So
in the
that's on the back.
works.
That's on the back of a blue jean jacket,
Yeah.
and you still have to like bedazzle it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna add some lace and
Mhm.
some rhinestones and fun stuff.
That's cute. That's
Mm.
awesome. I can't wait till you see the finished product or till you complete the finished product and um start marketing it and stuff.
Me too. It's hard to come up with stuff without a product too.
Well, I mean, it's how any business is launched. It's the beginnings of your business is what you have to talk about and get people excited about what's coming. I know
Yeah.
it's a shift in mindset, but you know, I mean, everything that I do is pretty much marketing something that hasn't happened yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not impossible. It's very probable that you're going to have to do that a lot and
Yeah.
get people excited about something that doesn't exist yet, because that's kind of why you're starting a business, like just educate people on who you are, let them in behind the scenes, show them your mess. People love pictures of messes. I know
Well, I've got
they love my
plenty
mess.
of them.
Yes, you need lots of pictures of that. Did you have any questions on the homework? I know you said it's hard to come up with that, but did you have any success with gathering content or your plan and plot?
I had some success. I've still so I got a picture, like a what's to come picture, and this is one of my favorites whenever I sew.
And you have all the little threads all over your
Threads
lap?
and everything. And I was thinking about doing a post that says, "Tell me you sew without telling me you sew."
Oh my gosh, that's perfect. That is exact. And that's you saying that you sew without saying that you
Right.
sew. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's engaging, it's humorous, it's relatable. It's definitely
And then I got
it's a great
this,
post.
like,
Yes.
something,
Yes.
something's in the works, something's coming, something.
That's good. That's good. I love that. That is exactly what I want you to have. Hi, Gabby. Are you in your old house? Or no, that's your
Hi.
apartment.
Yeah, our apartment. I went by the house today to meet a guy to get a quote on a fence just to block off the driveway so our dogs don't get out.
Yeah. Yes, I can see that would be a problem.
Yes.
How big are your dogs?
So we have a golden retriever who's 9 years old, and then a black lab who's a puppy who is actually going to her breeder soon to have puppies.
Oh, okay. So, what is the other dogs? It's a lab.
A golden retriever, and the puppy is a lab. Yeah, a black lab.
Kay Han, who's going to be your neighbor to if you're staring at your house to the left.
Yeah.
She has a golden doodle, and the breeder still has rights, like to be able
really?
to make her have babies. So she has to take her to go get pregnant, bring her home.
Yeah, that's what we're doing basically. But we can breed her ourselves. But her mom apparently died recently, and so the breeder was very attached to her mom, and so our puppy is the only one of that litter that was not fixed. So she wants to breed her, and we're like, okay, that's fine. So she's paying us a fee, either a fee or a puppy. Of course, the kids want another puppy, and I'm like, no more puppy.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, Amy.
Good morning.
Lisa, nice to see you. You're Sans child today.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, that's
I was
awesome.
here, and I'm like, you're going. It's happening.
You're leaving. I'm dropping you off whether you want to or not. I love that. Okay, so it's 9:59. Okay, Elaine just texted. Oh, Patrick went to the ER, so she is gonna be late.
Oh.
We will keep going, and wish her well, and I will keep y'all updated if she texts over here on my cup phone, or no, this is desk phone. I've got all the gadgets thanks to my mother. It's awesome. Okay, so how'd everybody do this week? I was just asking Lisa, and then Gabby and I were catching up on neighborhood talk. How did y'all do with your homework, and what questions do you have? Okay, y'all all did great, and you have no questions. I am the most amazing teacher on the face of the earth. I love that. It's not a problem. I think that after today, the part that I'm going to show you today is the part where everyone universally always says, "Oh my God, I had no idea." And so I love that it's last. I mean, it naturally has to come last because we're talking about scheduling. That'd be putting the cart before the horse if I talked about this first. But what I want you to do is first let me share my screen and hop over to the PowerPoint that Eka made for us today for day 4. It's the final day. We have lots to address. We're going to recap, talk about your homework just ever so slightly. If y'all have no questions, then we will move on. And I will start talking to you about the Tick and Track and the differences between Creator Studio and third-party scheduling apps, which just to me sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
I do have a quick question.
Yes.
So I'm kind of struggling with the difference between inform and offer.
Uh-huh.
Do
Yep.
they kind of go with one another, or like one leads into the other, or?
They all go together. So let me give you an example. I have a one-on-one coaching client. Her name's Randa Westerman, and she does things called color analysis, where she tells you what your season is, your sub-season, your wow colors, your better than blacks, and she calls those the BTBs. I learned that yesterday in our coaching session. But anyways, her EIEIO, I said, what is your offer going to be? You always want to start with, Leanne's here. You always want to start with, and let me stop sharing so I can talk to you. You want to start with whatever your offer is, whatever your focus is. The offer is basically the same as whatever your product, service, or event. For her, her focus is her color analysis appointment. So she wants people, women or men, to book the color analysis appointment. So here's what that looks like on her Instagram, because that's the platform she's chosen. Her offer looks like, book a color analysis. It will change your life. Here's the link. That's an offer. Informative is, a lot of people ask me, what's included in a color analysis? These are the top 5 things that are included in a color analysis, but much, much more that we don't have time to list in a list or whatever. And she'll say, find out your season, find out your subset, find out your wow colors, find out your better than blacks, and have it a complete makeup color analysis and makeup. I keep wanting to say renovation, but this is not a renovation, whatever, you know what I mean? I have a lot of clients that do a lot of different things, so I get really confused. But the what's included is informative. The buy my stuff right now, sign up for this, get a ticket. What are you waiting on? Run, don't walk, click the button. There's another girl that does color analysis. And of course, we were stalking different accounts and we were getting inspiration on what she liked about this one and what she didn't like. And one girl says, do a color analysis. This is another House of Color, franchise. She said, but my favorite part is the makeup because I'm a makeup girl. And she said, even if your goal is to look like you're not wearing makeup at all, still sign up for this. Comment natural below. And so that was her call to action. Comment natural below and let me help you look like you're not wearing makeup at all. Something like that. So the difference between informative is what's included. It's answering those questions that your clients ask all the time. What kind of crystals do you use? What size range do your jackets come in? Do you do extra large? Do you do extra small? Are they lined? Can I customize it? Yes, you can customize your blinged out Prosper Moms jacket. That's informative. You can answer one question per post. Matter of fact, I recommend that you do that because if you try to say everything in one post, then you run out of content pretty quickly because you already said it all, and nobody reads past the first sentence anyway. So everything else you're doing is just a colossal waste of time, and you might as well be bedazzling your jackets instead of writing things that no one's going to read. Does that make sense?
Okay, I think that was my problem, was trying to put everything in one post.
Yes.
Instead of spreading it.
Focus. Yes, spread it out. Don't do that to yourself. Take whatever you wrote. And so I was an English teacher, and and I taught the gifted students, and my favorite test was to give them the 6-word sentence. And I say this to all of y'all, the 6-word sentence, it had to be a sentence like that made sense. You can't just like throw in a bunch of words. And one year they read The Count of Monte Cristo, which is like a 500-page book. And there's a lot going on in the book. And they had to write a 6-word sentence summary of the entire novel as their final exam. Yeah. They started with an essay and they whittled it down to the 6 most important words in a sentence. That was the easiest essay I ever graded and the hardest one for them to do. And it was so creative. It was amazing. If that is basically what I'm teaching you to do, is get really good at saying what you have to say in a short amount of time and doing it over and over again. So does anybody have any other questions? Because that was a really good question, Lisa. Hi, Leanne. Yes, Nicole.
Do testimonies fit in here somewhere?
Yes, 100%. Matter of fact, Randa goes, I'm sick of my feet. It doesn't look cute. And she said, and somehow the middle always ends up being some sort of graphic. And I said, that's because every other post you're like, oh, I need to make a graphic. You're just in that rut. Testimonies is one of your inspirational posts. Randa has clients like me. Okay, I'm not going to share my screen right this second, but I shared with her yesterday. I said, remember that picture of the red sweater I spent $52 on, and I sent it to you, and I'd used some crazy cool filter on Instagram, and you told me to use portrait in studio so that I wasn't, all filtered out. And she goes, yeah. And I said, take that picture, post it, and say, here's Brooklyn, my client. And she was so excited that she found a sweater, and she is a penny pincher, and she spent $52 at Painted Tree on a sweater because it matched her little fan. And then she rushed home and she told me all about it and sent me a picture of herself. It's that kind of confidence that I love giving to my clients. So that is her EI. That's her inspirational post. She's got 9 posts coming. That's her second one. Another one of her inspiration is the before and after. So she just did Natasha, Gabby, your other neighbor to the other side. She did her yesterday, and she's posting Natasha's before and afters as her other eye. So yes, customer testimonials are very inspirational and pivotal because people don't want to buy what you want to sell. People want to buy what other people wanted to buy and bought. So you've got to show people that somebody else bought this and look, they're happy. They did it first, so it's okay. Someone dip their toe in. Now it's safe, My son, he's the craziest little diving ball catcher thing, but he is cautious. He is not jumping off that diving board till his sister does it first. And that's the way most people are. So people don't want to buy what you want to sell. They want to buy what other people want to buy. So you show your clients being happy standing in front of that house with that big, pretty new roof. You show your clients wearing that jacket, that clients getting the delivery of that box, opening the box, the testimonies that meant so much to my sister when I sent it, all of those things. It's very important. The little girl who first sees her candy cake, the spray, wait, what do? You do wax, right? Wax. Okay, you've got a lot of customer testimonials, and I'll give you one right now. My favorite part about getting waxed is when I get into bed at night and my leg hairs don't like stick on the covers. It's not like 5 o'clock shadow and oh crap, I got to go shave. It is the best. And the first time you take a shower and you realize you don't need to use the razor, that's also, or when you get chill bumps and you don't have any hairs pop out, there's a lot of things you could say. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. I'm going to share my screen. Come over here. All right. Done in a day. Day 4. We made it till January 25th. That is awesome. I feel very proud of this moment with you guys. What we will discuss today is basically your homework. Your homework was to take the content that you gathered, whittle it down to your best stuff, and kind of plan and plot it in those 7 days, that 1 week. Leanne reached out to me on text and said, hey, got a question. Are we supposed to only come up with a week, or do we need to come up with 4 of these? And that was also a really great answer that I didn't even think of to say, but you only need to come up with 1 week, which is essentially 14 posts, 7 times 2, because you have your AM and your PM. Does anybody have questions on the homework, or concerns, or things that they want to discuss?
My question for you, I know that the whole point of this is to be able to plan post and hopefully save you time by planning it all out like this, but it feels like, maybe because I am completely new to this altogether, it feels like this will be a full-time job. Like it feels a little bit overwhelming in the sense it seems like it's going to take a lot of time.
Yes. Okay. So this class done in a day, the tagline is a day's worth of planning equals a month's worth of post. Because I've taught this to you in 4 different increments, it feels a lot more than it is. But let me tell you what it looks like on a day for me. Okay. I'm sitting in my office. I turn on the news. I usually start in the morning with a cup of coffee. And at some point around lunchtime, my husband comes in and says, you want to go to lunch? And I'm like, yes, I do, because I'm pretty much done by lunch. Once you get better at this, it becomes quicker because you don't second guess what you're posting. The hardest part is the first month that you plan out your posts and you schedule them, because the fear, it's all about fear. You fear that you're doing it wrong. You fear that you didn't say enough. You fear that you niched down and you only talked about one thing. You're like, it doesn't make any sense. You fear, all kinds of things. Have y'all ever seen the commercial for Nature's, what is it? Fruits and vegetables. That commercial that comes on all the time with the little red and green bottles of the fruits and vegetables. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? No. Okay. Liberty, 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 the emu. Okay. I don't even know what the hell they say in that commercial, other than the stupid emu and the guy in the yellow and the weird glasses and just the absurdity of the commercial itself. That is what they focused on. Okay. I don't know what else they say. There's a Golden Corral commercial that was out the last session that I had, and it literally played every 12 seconds. So I used that commercial. But on the Golden Corral, the people were coming off of the buffet with fried chicken. All they talked about, just fried chicken. Pretty sure Golden Corral has other things that they sell, but they only talked about fried chicken. They weren't worried about turning off the people that, or losing the people that liked pot roast. They were just talking to that specific fried chicken lover for that commercial campaign. Didn't mean that when people went to Golden Corral, they weren't going to get some mashed potatoes and green beans too, or the frozen, the ice cream, or get sweet tea, or whatever it is that they were getting. It just meant that they were driving a certain traffic for the month. Okay, they were trying to reach a certain person. As far as the Nature's Bounty fruits and vegetables, or whatever that red and green vitamin is called, I specifically, to get ready for this class today, I was sitting on my couch and I was watching the news, and I looked up their website. Guess what? They sell other vitamins besides those fruits and vegetables. I didn't know that, but when I went to the website to just see how much these stupid things are, because now I'm convinced that I have to have them, they have like 400 other vitamins too. But they never, in the last, I don't know how long since they've been running this commercial, have sold anything else but that. The My Pillow guy, he just talks about the pillows. Well, sometimes he's running a commercial all about the sheets. Sometimes he's running a commercial about their new beds, or their robes, or their slippers, or their house pants, or whatever. So niching down is hard to one particular service that you provide, and talking about it using the EIEIO, and gathering that content, knowing what kind of content to gather, and then planning and plotting it. I think what you're going to find, what I show you today, Lisa, is going to kind of give you an idea of why you can come up with a month's worth of content in one day. So I'm going to go ahead. Are there any other questions about homework?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I just worry that I'm going to get really boring with the Inform. I just feel like how many things can I possibly tell you about what I do? You know what I mean? Like, how do you keep finding new stuff where it's not just the same old boring, like, here's information?
Yeah. So that's a really great question. And it's twofold. You're going to vary your content enough to where your informative posts aren't going to bore your clients. Your other posts are going to make them want to know the information so they can buy the thing. Just like Nature's Bounty or whatever it is. The posts about the mom with the little cerebral palsy boy, so cute, got his little glasses on, and she's talking about how she has the energy to take care of him or whatever. When at the end, they tell you the information, here's where you go to get it, but wait, there's more. If you buy this, you get two, whatever. That's the information that by that time, everybody wants to know. Well, can you tell me the info about it? I know that now I'm inspired. Now tell me the info. Your cakes are going to evolve. You're going to get 2-tiered, single-tiered, 12-tiered, all pink, some rainbow, whatever. And the information that you provide is going to evolve as well. But you have to repeat yourself online because people aren't always listening. They don't always need a candy cake. So in 7 more posts, you're going to need to say it again, because they're going to be like, oh, what was that girl's name? And oh, there you pop up again because she saw you out of the corner of her eye last week on Frisco Area Business Moms, or, scrolling her Facebook at night in bed, but she didn't stop to take your information down. Now she needs you. And now you're going to circle back and say it again, but in a different way. It doesn't always have to be, this is what is included. An informative post can say, yes, you can customize your cakes. Another informative post, yes, I have rush delivery. Yes, there's a fee for that, but I can do it and I can save the day. #lastminute-mom.
I like that. That's a good one.
That's
me.
Yeah, that's an informative post.
Okay.
Are you a last minute mom? I do rush orders. That is information right there. Then your next post will be like, buy a cake. Here's the link. I have 7 spots open next week. Who's taking them?
It's a lot more exciting when you say it. When I think of things, it was kind of boring. So
Well, I've been doing it a lot longer. Yeah. And put that little question in your back pocket because we're going to talk about my mastermind at the end of class today. Nicole has asked, and I think Amy, you too, about getting together and ongoing support and strategy. And that's why there's not a Facebook group for this, because you really don't realize you need it until you're done and you're like, well, wow, okay, well, that sounds better when it's coming from you. Or when Elaine told Lisa about spelling things out with her jewels, that kind of thing is exactly what happens in the mastermind. We get on a Zoom, we're all in squares like this, we all become friends, we all know the same information, we're all on, excuse me, we're all marketing using the same template and roadmap. We've all taken the same class, we're all speaking the same language. And that's when magic really happens. So we'll talk about that later. But does that help you, Amy, with feeling better?
Yeah, thank you. I just need to think about it or say it differently, I guess.
Yeah, you will, and you'll get better at it. And when you stalk your competition,
Mhm.
I mean, how many Buddy, is that his name? The cake guy?
Mhm.
And the other guy, that's the bald guy, I forget
Oh,
his name.
Duff.
Duff.
Mhm.
Go to any rival cake maker. Doesn't have to be Candy.
Okay.
They've been talking about cakes for 20 years and
True.
they haven't become boring, and they're bald fat guys. You know, I mean, you got more going on, Amy.
Thanks. I
Trust
don't know. Thanks.
Trust me, we can get you there. Okay, so let's move on. Let's go. All right, so the plan and plot, that was your homework. Notice day 1 through 7. That's very important. It says day 1 through day 7. Leanne had also asked about the groups. The hashtag groups are just to vary your hashtags. I don't suspect that any of y'all are gonna get put in Facebook jail, but I have before, because when I learned hashtags like 6 years ago, I went hashtag wild crazy. I came up with the perfect 30 hashtags and I went and added them to all of my previous posts at the same group, to all the posts, and my Instagram got shut down for 7 days. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? I'm participating. I'm doing it all right. But they thought I was a robot. So I have been scared ever since. And so I tell people to vary their hashtags so that you do not ever get put in Instagram jail like I did, because you're going to get real excited. If you don't use, or Facebook jail. I'm sorry, I shouldn't just say Instagram. This is a Facebook class, but Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same people. If you just want to vary your hashtags, but on Facebook specifically, you're not supposed to use as many. Facebook really isn't driven by the hashtag. It is a little, so you want to make sure you have some there. But it can become very easy to repeat yourself when you're only using 4 or 5. But you still want to use them, and you want to vary those hashtags. All right, so that was your homework. We're going to move on to this now. So the tick and track. What I want you to notice about the tick and track is the X on Saturday. The reason why there's an X on Saturday is because historically, my scheduled business posts on Saturday, my EIEIO posts, fall flat and get very little love online. I guess it's because my demographic, my followers, are 99% Frisco moms. Their median income is 150 to 225, their household income. And that demographic, they're playing soccer, they're on vacation, they're skiing, they're, having spa days with their children. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not looking at my social. That is one thing I do know. And for the most part, this is the case across the board. Saturdays are a very low social media day. And therefore, I don't want you wasting your time scheduling a post on Saturday that's going to get you nothing, get you nowhere. There's no reason for it. What I do want you to save Saturday for are the selfies with your kids, the soccer practice, the swim class, the piano lessons, the shopping, the lunch date with your friends, whatever. Your JK5 posts, post the crap out of those on Saturday, because for the most part, that's what everybody else does that knows what they're doing or just gets it right and accidentally didn't mean to. Saturdays are your day for connecting, both with your family and with your clients on a personal level. Let people behind the scenes on Saturdays, but don't schedule any of your content. It's just not going to get you very far. You can experiment with that later if you want, but there are some industries where Saturdays are a little bit more well received, but I haven't found many of them. The other thing I want you to notice is that there are no dates on this. The date, the little blank square, that is for you to fill out your dates. So what I want you to do right now is, let me see when the first day of February is. 1 second. February 1st is a Tuesday. So on the top line, I want you to write a 1 in the Tuesday. It would be right here where my dot is. Can you see my dot? Okay, so right here, write a 1. Right here on Monday, write a 31st. And on Sunday, oh, wait a minute. Does January have 31 days? Yes. Okay, so Monday, write 31, and Sunday, write 30. So fill out the rest of the month from there. So 30th, 31st, 1st, go ahead and go all the way to the end of February. Okay, so what your calendar is going to look like, it's going to start with January 30th. And on Monday the 5th, let me see. I'm sorry, not Monday the 5th, Monday the 28th. You're going to have 28th here. And then you're going to start with March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So this calendar is going to go from January 30th through March 4th. Does anybody have any questions on that? No. Okay. That is why the calendar is blank, because, you know, dates change and you can fill this out every single month. You could start in the middle of the month. If you wanted to start right now, today is the 25th, then you would start up here on the top line with Tuesday the 25th and go all the way through some date in February. You do not have to wait until the month starts. Diets don't have to always start on a Monday. Campaigns don't ever always have to start on the very first day of the month and end on the last day of the month. There is no reason for that. You can start where you are and create this calendar from wherever you are. If you took the first 3 days off because you just couldn't, then that's fine. Start with the next day. But fill this out so that you have a full month sitting in front of you, okay? Now, here is the part that's going to be this is my favorite part. Notice the 1 right here. That corresponds with day 1 on your tick and track, or I'm sorry, your plan and plot. Let me pull that up. I've got an old version, so just ignore it. But day one on your plan and plot is number 1 on your tick and track. Okay, do y'all see that? Now, if you were to take, I think I have my ruler with me, but I went to the dollar store and I have like 400 rulers. I have one everywhere. If you take your ruler and you go like that, you'll see the 1s go all the way down your calendar. You have a Sunday is a 1. The following week on Monday is a 1. The following week on Tuesday is a 1. The following week on a Wednesday is a 1. And the following week on Thursday is a 1. Do you see that? you are going to reschedule that day one morning post on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So you're taking this 1 week and you're rescheduling it. So it's never the same day of the month, never the same day of the month, never the same day of the week, never the same week of the month, and never the same time of the day. So you can vary the time, you'll vary the day, and you'll vary the week. So those two ones that post a week apart, there's going to be 14 posts between them because you're going to schedule day 1 through 7. So you'll have Sunday, day 1, Monday, day 2, Tuesday, day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're going to start over with 1 again. Does that make sense? If you use the tick and track and you have the plan and plot, then you look at your plan and plot day 1 morning. You're going to go into Creator Studio, which I'm about to teach you. You're going to flesh out your post in there, add your picture, type your hashtags, and you're going to copy and paste it and reschedule it, reschedule it, reschedule it. And every time you're going to tick the box to show yourself, I've scheduled all of those. Then you're going to cross it off on your plan and plot and move to day 1 more PM. Day 1 evening, then you're going to schedule it, reschedule it, reschedule it, reschedule it, tick it off, go back to day 2. Day 2 morning, reschedule it, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. This part is actually the part that is tedious. You can get a teenager to do it for you. But it's where I do my best work because I'm actually fleshing out my post inside of Creator Studio while I'm scheduling it. Then I copy, paste, copy, paste. I can literally chew gum, watch TV. Because the tick and track keeps me on track and I know where I'm leaving off, I can take my earbuds out, go answer the front door, run to the grocery store, whatever I need to do, stop to pick up the kids from school, come back, and I know exactly where I'm at. I know where I left off. So you're taking 1 week worth of content and you're turning it into a month's worth of posts. Does that make sense? Now, the reason you can do this on Facebook and not Instagram, this does not work on Instagram. My Instagram class is completely different at this point of the class. Everything up to this has been the same. You still need EIEIO. You still need to vary your content. You still need a focus. You still need a purpose. You still need to plan and schedule. But on Instagram, you can't repeat yourself. You can't say the same darn thing 5 times in 1 month. People would just be like, oh God, I hate her. You don't want that. But on Facebook, it's the superhighway. If you see something more than once on Facebook, I guarantee you don't think, man, Gabby has nothing to say. She just keeps repeating herself. No one says that. You know what they say? They say, wow, somebody must have posted on it and bumped it to the top of my feed. If you see something more than once, it's not because you think they repeated themselves. You think it just got pushed somehow because someone clicked like or commented below. Does that make sense? So on Facebook, if you do an amazing post on Monday at PM, okay, let's say the best post you have out of all 14 is your day 2 evening post. If the people online on Monday PM if they saw it, that means everyone that wasn't online on Monday night didn't see it. So you almost have a responsibility to say it again, because like this shirt, I can't tell you how many times I've worn this shirt, but I spent money on it. It was, like $40 shirt, which is money to me. I'm cheap like that, but I don't just wear this shirt one time. And if somebody sees me in it a second time, I'm not going to cringe because I know it looks cute. You know what I mean? If somebody else sees your post more than once, if you did it right and your content is valuable, like it's educational or inspirational or informative, then who cares if you say it again? You need to say it again. If you don't repeat yourself, then nobody's ever going to hear your message. So I think that we talked about deadliest catch at one point. I'm going to bring that back up. This is your troll line. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. If the captain of the deadliest catch ship only drove to one geo point in the ocean and said, drop it, drop it right now, say everything, drop them all in this one spot, and then drove away, their season would suck. It might be great. I doubt it. The odds are against him, but it will probably suck because he put all his eggs in one basket on one spot in the ocean. And that's all he wrote because that's all the effort he put into it. He said, I said it all. I posted it, right? No, you have got to drop your lobster pots in intervals in order to catch your lobsters. You can't just say it all at once, one time on this day, on this week, in that month, and be like, okay, now what do I say? I ran out of material. You know what I mean? You got to repeat yourself. On Facebook. Facebook is the only platform that I suggest doing this. Not only do I suggest that you do it, I recommend that you do it. I've done this a lot over a long period of time. The whole scheduling of content is super important, but it's also equally important to repeat yourself. So if all this content is just repeating, eventually throughout the month, the engagement with that content does go down. That is very expected and very normal, but you're not too worried about that because what you're doing is flipping on the switch on your Facebook page on the back end and saying, we're home, we're here, we're active, and I'm willing to repeat myself so that my clients hear my message. And what you're saying is not invaluable. And what you're saying isn't the end all be all. That does not mean that once you set it and forget it, and Lisa, it might take you 2 days to do this the first time, maybe even 3 if you're really overthinking things. That's not abnormal. But once you set it and forget it, when you're at work or you're bebopping between your stores, or you have a client send you a sweet email, or if you even have somebody post a Google review, whatever, it doesn't mean that you can't take a picture of that and save it for your next month's content, but you could also take a picture and post it. You can post above and beyond what you're scheduling. But the fact that you're scheduling this content means that you're getting the appropriate amount of information out there so that no matter what, no matter who you send to your Facebook page, when they go there, they are going to get a cohesive campaign of everything they need to know. They're going to be inspired. They're going to be informed. They're going to be entertained. They're going to be educated, and they're going to know how to book an appointment with your offer post. No matter what day of the week they come to you, no matter what week of the month they come to you, time of the day, they can go to your Facebook page and you are confident that what needs to be there is there. So, and very rarely do people scroll more than 5 or 6 posts. I mean, I don't know anyone that does that unless like my mom, and she's like, hey, I had COVID, I caught up, and I wake up and I have like 42 likes on my Facebook page. And it's because she was just making sure she went back and liked everything, right? But literally no one does that. And so you think about that for a second. Somebody scrolls maybe 6 posts. They're only going to be covering 3 of your days. They're not going to go back and see that you posted that 6 times. They're not ever going to see that. It's only going to be you that knows that. So 1 week rescheduled equals 1 month. Don't reschedule things on Saturday. And then after you're done with your month, you can look back and say, wow, this was my top performing post. This was my second top performing post. And it had the most traction the first time it posted, or you could say the second time, because the second time it was on a Sunday. and I had more traffic on Sunday. You can then actually take the information because you've done it. Then you can adjust. If you don't do it one time, then there's nothing to adjust because you still haven't tried, right? My son, if he fails a test, he was like, and he says it was hard, but I never saw him study at all. I don't buy that. I'm like, it wasn't hard. You just didn't study. If I saw you studying, then, I would believe you, but I don't. You can't just say it's hard. You didn't even try. So the same thing with this. Not that y'all are like my 9-year-old in any way. I didn't mean that. That kind of came out wrong. You got to try it so that then you can look back and say, okay, I see how to do this. And you'll feel so much better the second time when you get your feet underneath you and on the ground. Does anybody have any questions on this? Nope. Great. Okay. That is the new version. That's the first time I ever went over the new version. And I loved it. I think that was a lot. It was simplified based on the one before. So anybody here ever used a third-party app like Buffer, Tailwind, Later, Hootsuite? No? Okay, so what I want you to know about those is those are all just apps, computer. You can go to, later.com, tailwind.com, buffer.com, hootsuite.com. And basically what there are dashboards. So if you go to Hootsuite, it'll let you connect your Instagram account. It'll let you connect your Facebook account. It'll let you connect your LinkedIn account, your Pinterest account, and you can schedule posts on all of them. Okay. That's great. I love that. I don't recommend it for anyone that is not a kind of a social media marketing manager and managing multiple accounts. And even for those people, I don't recommend it. First of all, it costs money. And second of all, Facebook hates them. So Facebook is like a jealous boyfriend. When your post says posted by Buffer, Facebook frowns on that because Facebook spent a crap ton of money creating Creator Studio. They have their own in-house app that schedules your posts for you. And when you use the in-house tools that Facebook made for you, they're like, thank you for doing that. I appreciate you using our apps, tools. And then they bump your post and let it be seen by more people. You are rewarded for using Creator Studio. You are reprimanded for not. So if I'm going to save money and my posts are going to be seen more and I don't have to have another login for something, I say that ticks all my boxes. Creator Studio is by far the way to go. The only thing that irritates me is Mark Zuckerberg likes to change things and move buttons about every 42 seconds. So I never know what I'm going to get. But when I open Creator Studio, it just seems like every time there's just a little something that's just tweaked and it's just enough to be irritating. So just as long as you know that. Creator Studio versus third-party apps, don't use those because Facebook rewards you for using theirs. Now I'm going to go back. Hold on, let me exit out of this so I can show you Creator Studio. Anybody here familiar with Creator Studio already? Nope. Okay, I'm going to go to my Facebook page. Y'all can see my screen still, right? Okay. After last week, I'm a little nervous that I'm not showing it to you. Okay, so let me go to Brookulan's Bungalow. All right. Over here on the left-hand side, when you go to your Facebook page, Peace, Love, and Wax, or whatever your business page is, you're going to have this column over here on the left. This part up here, Business Suite, is how you would manage Instagram and Facebook at the same time. I prefer to look at one platform at a time So I don't use Business Suite near as much as I just come down here and use Creator Studio. So Business Suite is at the top right here. And then it goes home, manage shop, messenger tools, podcast, events, resources, appointments, Creator Studio. So before we go to Creator Studio really quick, I'm going to show you where Insights are. Insights is 3 down from Creator Studio. I'm going to click on that and show you where you find the numbers in order to understand if your posts are falling flat or hitting the mark. So right here, let me cross out of these little messages. Okay, so right here at the top, it says page summary, last 7 days, last 28 days. So these are my numbers from last 28 days. I always look at a month. And this is what you'll want to do. So let's say you schedule all your content for February or January 30th through March 4th. You are going to want to look at on March 4th, your last 28 days. So it'll tell you whether how many people you reached and whether that campaign was up or down. I suspect strongly, I almost guarantee, if you do done in a day, if you do this start to finish, you find your focus, gather your content, plan and plot, tick and track, schedule on Creator Studio. After 28 days, your content will be up thousands of percentage points. This post engagement right here, 51%. I'm down 51%. Yours will say something like, 564% up. I've had someone say 27,000% up. It's just the law of numbers. You haven't been doing this. If you do this, you're going to reach more people. Facebook's going to be saying she's an engaging platform. We're going to show her page to more people. It's just naturally going to happen because you're doing it all right. Mine, just to explain my numbers a little bit, I'm not scared about being down 51% at all because I'm typically really far up. So I can afford a dip. I can afford to have COVID for 11 days. I can afford to take my kid to college. I can afford to take the entire first week of January off. I did all of that. And although I'm down 51%, I still had 2,400 people engage in my post. So I ain't worried about it, but I'm at that point and you will be at that point too. In a month where I barely did anything, like I could barely swallow an Advil and I got 41 page likes. That's pretty good. I will take that. So anyways, this is where you'll find that content. This right here, the next box down, is where you'll find your top performing posts. It's no surprise that I haven't been here in a while, but one of my top performing posts is a picture of my son. It's a personal post. It's one of my JK5s. And that was actually one of those posts that was additional to what I had scheduled. And it got more love. But the reason why is because my content was scheduling, it was going. And so my engagement was up. So anyways, you can click here, see all posts, and you can see the rest of them. And we talk about this a lot in the mastermind, but this pages to watch area is where we stalk our competitors, okay? Notice this is not pages to follow. These are other pages that you're watching. And that's because you want to see their Facebook bank account so you can see what they're doing. Now, very rarely is my purple bar smaller than this girl's. Pink Pineapple Studios is my secret nemesis. I stalk her and I think, what the hell is she doing this week? She is far away. She is not a competitor, but I find us to be very similar in our out there, setups and things like that. But when she's got a bunch of engagement, it says that she has 0 posts this week. So when I click right here, it says no post to show. But if I go to her Facebook page, I can see whatever that post was from last week that's got her engagement up. I'm going to go find it and see what she posted about. I'm following people I'm watching people right now that are photography venue competitors. I'm not following social media marketers or coaches or whatever. That's not what I'm focused on at the moment. I want to see what they're doing in the downtime, because if they're being successful in the downtime, then I need to do what they're doing, because right now nobody's running the photography studios for family photography, because that everybody got that done in November, right? So I want to know what they're taking, what they're advertising. So anyways, that's what I do, is I stalk my competitors using pages to watch. They do not know you're watching them, and you can add more. I have one post this week. Let's see, Atrium Salon and Studios. Nobody is posting this week. That alone makes me feel pretty good. So I'm like, thank God, because I'm the only one that posted something this week. But I don't have the most engagement. So whatever they posted last week is a holdover to this week. So anyways, that's what I do. Let's go back to Creator Studio and I'll show you how to schedule a post. So let me go back just to Brookie Lynn's Bungalow Facebook page. Not Business Suite. Go down to Creator Studio and all right, once you're here, I want you to notice that there's a little Instagram up at the top. When I click on that Instagram, now I'm scheduling posts for Instagram. When I click back to Facebook at the top, now I'm in Facebook. You can schedule posts on either platform from Creator Studio. And you just simply click the green Create New, go to Create Post, and then it pops up. You fill out, whatever you have for day 1 a.m. As soon as this pulls up, I'll show you. Okay, very self-explanatory. I'm going to say this is, I'll do an informative post. Done in a day, Facebook Elite includes a lot, but here are my top 3. 1, tick and track. Now this is not what I would actually write, but plan and plot. Story. Okay, I actually might write that because now people are like, what does that even mean? Then what I might do is go over here. Images. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to use that picture.
So I have a question. When you're doing that, has this been done on the Trello thing you showed us last time? And we just copy paste and put the picture, or?
Yes. So I don't have a tick and track in front of me. I don't have my plan and plot. What you would do here is look at your day 1. You'd look at your day 1. This is not what yours looks like. This is the old version. You'd look at your day 1 a.m. Whatever words you wrote down there, you're like, oh, okay, that's my inspirational post about, Bobby Sue. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to write my post about Bobby Sue, and I'm going to take the picture that I collected that's either on the Trello board or on my desktop screensaver or in the folder on my phone, wherever you put your content, you're going to put it into this post.
Okay.
You're fleshing out your day one post here. I don't have a day one post right now. I'm just making crap up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Just to show you physically how I do it. But you would take your plan and plot, your plan, and you plotted all the posts on where they should go. And then you can make this one educational and that one's a more inspirational post. You put it all on there. Now you're just scheduling it. And so
Okay.
I'm just physically showing you how to do that. This is not on my plan and plot. Whatever's on yours, we're starting with day one.
Got it.
Okay. So here's my my post. It would be actually your first post is EIEIO. So I probably should have done that. I apologize, but I'm just fleshing out a post. You know how to do that. So there you go. And then I would do my dots and say, curious, want to see if my Facebook course is right. Is right for you. Contact or message me. Or click the link in my profile. Under my cover photo. Sorry, I realized I was on an Instagram for a second. Okay, so underneath my cover photo, I have a little button and it says learn more. And that button goes to my 30-minute Better Business Consult. So my call to action is curious. Like, are you curious? I'm asking them a question. So I'm wanting them to think about those three things. They'll probably say, yeah, what do you mean by deadliest catch story? You know, or they might say, what's a plan and plot? What's a tick and track? Whatever they're thinking, right? So I'm also asking, do you want to see if my course is right for you? Click the link under my cover photo, and I'm driving traffic to that button, which is yet another tool that Facebook has created for us small business owners to use. The reason Facebook has made that button is so that it's easy for people to interact with your brand and convert to sales. So wherever that link goes, that link needs to be aligned with whatever your focus is. If your focus is a product and your offer is the product, then that link needs to go to the product. If your focus is a service you provide, then your offer needs to say, sign up for book an appointment to get your no waxed, and click the link under my cover photo. They all need to be perfectly aligned. Whatever your focus is, no matter what button they pick, it needs to go to that link. The less clicks they have to make, the better, the bigger the conversion rate. The reason why I don't put the link directly in my post, and sometimes I do, I don't want you to do it at first because, again, Facebook is a jealous boyfriend. If you put a link to a site that is not Facebook in your post, you're driving traffic away from the platform, and they don't reward your post by letting it be seen by more people. So if you drive them to the button where the, people can monitor everyone's comings and goings because they know how many people clicked it, now they're happier. You know what I mean? So just use that button to your advantage, and don't put the link directly in your post. Just link to it with your button and tell them to click there.
I have a quick question. Do
Uh-huh.
we, and I may have missed, you probably have said this in one of the videos previously, but do we need a call to action in every post, like have a question and then drive them to our button or our website
Yes.
or whatever?
Well, your call to action does not have to be, your call to action doesn't have to be buy my crap, click the button, book an appointment. Your call to action could be something like, you could say, you could lay that jacket out, that prototype, lay it down under good lighting, go by a window or something, and lay out the lace on one side and lay out a different lace on the other side and say, which one do you like better? And then the people in your post are saying, black, choose the black, A, B, left, right, up, down, top, bottom, whatever they say, wherever you put it. That's called a this or that post. Those are my favorite to do because everyone can make a choice. When I was a server at Johnny Carino's, I think they're pretty much closed down now, but they had the best jalapeno tilapia ever. It was so good. Anyways, as a corporate trainer for them, I used to teach the servers that when you go up to a table, you don't say, hi guys, how are you? Would you like an appetizer? They have not even looked at the menu yet. And you know what they're going to tell you? Could you give us a second? And by the time you come back with bread, they're going to not choose an appetizer because you just walked up with bread, right? And so you just screwed yourself out of an upsell. So I teach them very good to choose, make them make a choice right then and there between a this or a that. Would you like the crab claws or the cheese curds? We didn't sell either one, but you know what I mean? The mozzarella sticks or the molten meatballs, whatever it was, give them a choice. They're there because they're hungry. And for some reason, you know, God pointed them in your direction. And so you better make sure that you give them a good experience. People, when they're presented with a choice, they'll usually make one. But if you don't give them the two to choose from, they're going to say, hold on, come back, we'll decide later. So this or that posts work like a charm, and you will find a bazillion ways to do a this or that post. It doesn't have
to say something unrelated.
Yeah,
I
go
worked
ahead.
at Johnny Carino's, and the training that I got there, I didn't last long just because I moved, but I worked at the one in Denton, and the training I got there made me such a good server at wherever I went next.
Oh my
And I was
gosh.
like, oh my gosh, maybe it was you.
It was definitely me. I was the best. Yes, it was definitely me. I could sling drinks like no other. Matter of fact, I always tell Matt I would never go back to teaching, even though I have a master's degree in that. I said, hey, honey, I know we're going to be fine because I could always get a job being a bartender or a server.
Yes.
There was just something about the late nights and sweeping at 1 a.m. and, you know, just, I don't know. And the weeds, getting in the weeds. I loved getting out of
Yes.
the weeds. I would go home dreaming about forgetting ketchup for table 5. It was horrible.
Yes.
But anyway,
Liquor is literally the
That's
only
funny.
thing I can sell and sell well. Liquor and food.
you
Good.
go.
Okay, so maybe we should all change our focus to jalapeno garlic tilapia and a margarita on the rocks with Patron. Okay, so let's see. Where I was teaching y'all how to post. That's what we were doing. All right. Curious, want to see if my Facebook course is right for you? Click the link under my cover photo. It does not always have to be, you know, do that. The reason I put the 3 dots is because I wanted to make sure that my post was long enough that it would trigger or trip the little read more to show up when people are scrolling. I want them to see what else is there. I want them to click that little read more. That is engagement on my post. Then right here, my cursor is down here at the bottom. That's when I click the hashtag. And I'm going to search for hashtags, Facebook marketing. Okay, so I'm going to go with that one. You can also save your hashtags, and Facebook will make a group for you. Okay, so let's say I want to save that. Facebook marketing tips. I like that one too. Facebook marketing expert. I think at this point I can say that. And I'll be done. Okay, I'm just going to say those for now. I'm going to add those 3 and notice that those were put in there perfectly formatted, perfectly spaced where my cursor was. Sometimes if your cursor is up here accidentally and you start looking for your hashtags, it's going to put your hashtags right there in between the C and the K of track. You know, it's irritating. So anyways, yes,
Where did you find that where you were searching hashtags? I missed that.
all I did was click on the
Oh, click
little
the
hashtag.
Thank
uh-huh,
you.
And
I-
just make sure your cursor is where you want Facebook to install
them.
them. Yeah, insert
Okay.
them. So you
Okay.
just click right there. You can also, from this little box, use emojis. So let's say right here, I'm going to put my cursor before done. Gonna go here. I really like using that little star one. I mean, you know, just for fun, we'll just use a lion for quick, you know, timely.
Do the lobster for Deadliest Catch.
Oh my gosh, you see? This is when you do crap like that. You figure it out while you're here and it becomes fun. You're so smart. This is the marketing mastermind. This is the kind of thing. Okay, there's my lobster. Okay, there you go. That is so much better. Okay, then you would add your photo. So I'm going to click there. Remember, I put the photo on my desktop. So I'm going to click there, add that. It's not necessarily the best picture. But again, I am talking about my Facebook class, okay? And I'm using a photo that took me 30, tenths of a second to find. And it has nothing to do with my Facebook class. But I'm using it because I want to up my engagement. I want people to say, what in the hell is she talking about now? Right? I want my purple bar to be longer than the pink pineapple studio lady. And this is going to do it. Okay. So be creative. Don't be so stuck in a box. Don't be too on the nose with your posts. Try it. Again, Facebook is a super highway. It's going to be buried. And if you want to, be a little even more creative and go outside the box, use a different picture the second time you schedule this. Drag and drop a different picture in with the same content. That way, when you look back at your insights, you can say the one where I used the Deadliest Catch boat worked way better than me holding up the Chicken Track. Because I might do like a stupid picture like that of me holding my document versus a picture of Deadliest Catch. Then I'll look back and see that the one with Deadliest Catch was less predictable and people stopped in their tracks to see what I was talking about because they see Brookie Lynn's bungalow and they see that post and they're like, oh my gosh, that's not normal. That's different. I need to stop and see what she's talking about. So I would compare and contrast. But at the end of the day, so I've done all that. I'm going to copy and paste. So I just copied and I copied it. And then what I'm going to do is go to my location. I don't need a location here. And that's it. So I'm going to, instead of publish, I'm going to click the arrow in the bottom right-hand corner and I'm going to click schedule post. That's when I'm going to pick up my Chicken Track. Where did that go? How could I be missing that? Hold on. Here it is. And pick up my Chicken Track. Chicken Track. I'm going to go day 1 and I'm going to look at the date and I'm going to schedule it for that date. And my morning post, notice it just says AM. So I'm going to go with 6. Hold on. Let me go with the 30th because remember our Chicken Track starts on the 30th. So I'm going to go on the 30th in the morning, 6:28 a.m. and I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to go down here and click schedule post. Okay, hold on 1 second. Now I'm going to do this really quick just so y'all can see that I'm not kidding. So it's a horrible picture. It's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to send that to myself, that picture. Normally, I would already have this content collected like y'all do. But I am going to send that to, okay, now that's on my computer. So now I am going to, I don't know why it always comes over as an HEIC. I don't even know what that means. Anyways, I'm going to create a new post. I'm going to click in the box, copy, paste. There it is. I'm going to add a photo. I can't add that photo because it's not the right format, which is very irritating. But let's just pretend like this is the photo. Okay, so I'm going to add a different photo with the same content. I am not telling you you have to do this. I'm just giving you permission if you want to. If you want to vary your pictures, you can do that, but you do not have to vary the content. So there you go. All the content's in there. I'm going to go down here to publish. I'm going to schedule, but instead of scheduling it on Sunday the 30th, I'm going to go down here to Sunday the 30th. It's the next date is going to be Monday the 7th. Okay, still going to happen in the morning, but this time instead of 6:28, I'm going to do it at 7:31. Save, schedule. So now let me refresh my screen. You're going to see that I have 2 scheduled posts, one on Sunday the 30th, and that exact same morning post, except I changed the picture, is going to post the following week on Monday at a slightly different time of the morning. Again, a different day of the week, a different week of the month, and a different time of the day. So that way my content is being repeated, but some people at this point say, you want me to repeat the exact same thing? Yes, I do. But if you want to experiment with a slightly different picture, you can see that my post, I could have taken a picture of the tick and track, the plan and plot, or deadliest catch. I could have, anything would have gone with it. I could have taken a picture of actual lobster on a plate, whatever. So
When you
you
hit
can-
reschedule, it didn't cancel the other post. It just, since you changed something, it made a whole new one.
yeah, I just created a new post and see,
Okay.
I'm going to create another one and see it's still copied and pasted in my clipboard. So what in the hell is going on here? Hold on 1 second. So I'm going to create a new post, create post. Okay, bungalow. I don't know why that changed all of a sudden. We're in the middle of class and that process just changed. Did you see that? I'm not kidding. Things change all the time. Okay, so I'm copy and pasting it again. Let's say this time I want to go back to the deadliest catch picture, whatever. Or let's say this time I want to take a picture of the plan and plot. It doesn't matter. I'm going to add a photo. I'm going to add that photo. And then I'm going to go down here and schedule the post. And instead of the 7th, now I'm going down to the 15th because it started with the 30th, then the 7th, then the 15th. And again, it's a morning post. 11:33 counts as the morning. So I'm just going to leave it there. 11:33. So 6:28, 7:31, and 11:33. Never the same time of the day. I'm just varying that morning post. And then I'm going to schedule it. Okay, so now let me refresh my screen so you can see all 3 posts. Okay, so now you can see that this is scheduled, that's scheduled, this is scheduled. And so now I'll do it one more time or however many times I need to. If I want to stop there and, go get lunch with Matt, I can, or I can just keep going. Now I'm going to start fleshing out the night post and I'm going to schedule that one. Then I'm going to start fleshing out day 2 post and scheduling that one. So it's this part is very speedy. It's very easy to do. And you will see that your list of scheduled posts grows. Because even though this is the same post that we're scheduling 5 times, eventually between each scheduling of that post, you're going to have 14 posts. in between each one. So it won't look like it's just all the same post. Unless you get COVID and, just stop and then all month long, your 5 posts are this, right? But just don't stop. Just keep going, get it done, set it, forget it. The night that you finish this, you're going to sleep like a baby. Does anybody have any questions on that? Yes. Nicole.
Once a post is scheduled, like posted, can you reschedule that post just in case something went really well and you decided you wanted to add it in the mix again? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. So let me go over here to home really quick. And published, sorry, went to the wrong thing. Go to published. And you can literally click on a post. So let's say I want to click on this one. I can edit that post. I can cross post. I can change the date and repost. You can do a lot. Once something's already posted, you can reschedule that. Matter of fact, and I just realized how we're on a roll here and we went way over time, but if anybody needs to leave, please, I'm totally fine with that. I don't want y'all to feel like, Leanne, you got to go.
Yes, I'm sorry. I have an appointment in Garland. It's like 40 minutes away. So
Oh my gosh. No, yes, you go ahead and go. Call me if you have any questions.
I'm going to have questions. I'm missing the end of it, but there's the recording, correct?
Yep. I'll send out the replay later today or maybe in the morning.
Okay. And today's the last day.
Yeah. Today's the last day. I'm also going to send out a link to everyone with the mastermind. It's $5 for the first month so that you can try it just to see if it's something that you want to keep going with. But it's basically me and a group of 17 other small business owners that meet on Zoom and go over questions and weekly strategy and exactly what y'all are already doing in this call, you get every month, plus a Facebook group, plus a face-to-face meeting at the coffee shop. So anyways, I'll send you the link later, Leanne.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye, guys. It was good learning with y'all.
Bye. Good luck today. So what you'll see here is you can take these posts and reschedule them is what I'm trying to find where the little button is. Let's see, I'm going to click on this one. I just clicked on the actual post itself. I don't think. Anyways, I'll have to find the exact spot. But either way, let me tell you that I often use my Facebook page to vet my posts that I end up posting on Instagram. So first they post on Facebook, they schedule, I go to my insights. I'm like, wow, that one got a lot of love. I take that post, I craft it a little bit differently and I reschedule it to Instagram because my best stuff is on Instagram. Not that my Facebook isn't great stuff, but it's a more forgiving platform. So I'm allowed to like test the waters more there because it gets buried in a feed and I don't worry so much, right? It's like a shabby chic finish. The worse it looks, the better it cooks. On Instagram, it's like, supposed to look a little nicer. So with that being said, I'm going to go back to our day 4 PowerPoint and see where Eka's got us going next. Okay, so this right here is the weekly marketing strategy calls with the Marketing Strategy Mastermind. This is almost a 2-year-old group. We have a very active membership. The first month for you guys is $5. And then it's $97 a month from that, but you can cancel anytime. Basically what it is every single person that has taken this class has been offered to join the mastermind group. I have people that have been in there all 2 years and come to every call. I have some people that signed up last year and I still have yet to see them. I don't understand that, but it's true. The people that are in the group are very active and they're all small business owners like you that have the exact same questions. And like Amy, you were like, well, isn't this going to get boring? you think it sounds good when I say it, wait till Cappy comes up with an idea for you, or Cindy, or Deborah, when you meet Deborah, or Ashley Hale, any of the girls in that group, they all get to know you. And honestly, it's become like a really strong, supportive kind of networking group too, because we all know each other so well. Randa, my coaching, my one-on-one coaching is also in the mastermind because she wants all of it. And that's totally fine. She comes to all of the things. So just know that this is being offered to y'all. It's $5. You can cancel at the end of the month. All dings have been removed from my phone. So I get no notification if you say, screw that, I'm getting out of here. I don't even know that you did it. So don't feel like, oh gosh, I don't want to quit on Brooklyn or something like that. You will not hurt my feelings at all. I want everyone in the group. But if you have to leave for some reason or you don't like it, you don't even have to tell me. You just go and I won't know. I will. You don't even have to explain. So take advantage of the $5. You can scan that right there, but just know I will also send this in the recap link. Not recap, replay, the replay email. So you'll have a link to that. Does anybody have any questions for me? No? Okay. I hope that I get to see all your posts online. Please tag me. I will share your posts. And maybe some of my 10,000 followers will follow you. I'll introduce you and say, oh my gosh, it's my new friend, Amy. You know, you got to go get waxed at my friend Lisa's place, you know, whatever. Y'all tag me in some of your posts so that I can see your efforts, you know, and see if it's working for y'all. And please, by all means, reach out if you have any questions. Join the mastermind group, at least for the first month. Once you join, I'll welcome you in the group. You can say hi in the group, and then you'll get all the emails and the reminders and, hey, we're meeting tomorrow, you know, all those things. So you'll get all the information. Okay. Are y'all good to go? Ready to go on with your Tuesday? Okay.
We
Y'all
really
have
quick, I scanned the thing and it just takes me to like your like website. So
Uh-huh.
to join the group, you just pay and then you add us to the group. Is that how that works? Or is
Yeah, if that's not going, I don't know. I probably should have tested it.
It works for me. I just signed up.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you click on it, it should go directly it goes directly to the mastermind.
Okay.
It should. And if it doesn't, I'm going to send the direct link out. But I did, Lisa, I just got that. It just came through my phone. Thank you.
Okay.
I will sit here after lunch and welcome you all. I'm going to find pictures on your Facebook. So if you want me to use a specific picture to welcome you, please send that to me in email, or I'm going to use one that I think is cute. So anyways, yep, just scan that. What else did you say, Lisa? I'm sorry.
I think that was it. I was just asking how to join the group.
Yep, that's it. You just, once I see the ding on my phone, I'm going to go through and I will welcome y'all all into the group. Everyone will say hi to you, and then you'll be added to the email list. Notice in the group also, there is a calendar of all the different things that we do and the days and the times. So you can sit down with your calendar and write them all down. You can put them in your phone, whatever. There's even one with a little tick mark so you can check off all the things we've done so far. So we have a couple of different options, but that's pinned in the group at the top. So anyways, well, okay. Well, I appreciate you guys. It's been a great month. I'm going to be sad next Tuesday when we don't have this, but I really look forward to seeing y'all in the mastermind, and look for that replay email from me with the link, and I will see y'all online. Reach out if you have any other questions. I am here to help you guys. Okay. All right. Bye, you guys.
I'm looking forward to the fine art coming up.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Wait. I got to tell you this. Y'all are all local. I mean, oh, Nicole, you're not. Well, you're just going to have to fly in. Okay. So listen, I called the Frisco Fire Department. Okay. And I'm going to get some firefighters in their suspenders to pose. And I'm going to make it a fundraiser for Spirit of a Hero. And we're going to paint actual heroes on the canvas, not their bodies. And I called the fire department yesterday and they're picking up what I'm laying down. They were into it. I said, I'm not crazy. I live down here. Here's who I am. These are the people I know. They'll vouch for me. So I'm supposed to go pick out some firefighters this week.
Hey,
If
get some
anybody
good
wants to go
ones.
with me.
Oh, I'm there.
Okay.
You need someone to come, I'm there.
Yes, it's Fine Art Night, February 23rd. So I'll send y'all that link too. All right. Well, I'll see y'all later. Have a great night and I will see you again soon.
Thanks.